Hi everyone. We have decided this summer to work on some kind of a program to see, something we can do on a regular basis rather than be depending on the one time a week that we meet. So last time we did a few things and I'm going to kind of summarize it here. We started by laying down and finding ourselves on the ground. And as usual, we took like a minute or two to scan and allow the body to kind of give in to gravity, so we're not upright anymore and we don't have to constantly work against gravity. So taking a minute to kind of let it all go down and maybe quiet down the vagus nerve, slowing down the sympathetic system, and then we'll kind of start. And we started by looking at the V in the legs, that if you continue the lines of the femur, you would get somewhere into the second vertebra of the lumbar region. And from that place, we lengthened one leg from the heel and brought it back in. We lengthened it out and we brought it back in. You can do it in a bed as well. You can do it on waking up in the morning. You can even do it before you go to bed, as the end of the day, as a way to kind of like coming back into your body. Then you do it on the other leg. You do it as long as you want to, and you try to listen internally and feel the line, the linear line through the bones, and see if you can actually feel it connecting to the spine. And after we have done that for a while, then when we shorten one leg, we lengthen the other. And when we shorten the second one, we lengthen the other. So one goes short and the other one gets long. Short and long. Short and long. And what are you doing? Are you exhaling when it's short? Or are you exhaling when it's long? Are you holding your breath? Can you find a way where it's not a an exercise, but there's actually connecting and that lengthens, connecting and that lengthens? Or maybe as one goes up, the other one goes down. So start playing with it. And are you leading with the heels, or are you leading with the hips? There's so many variations, and the more you play with it and the more you look, the richer the possibilities and the ability to get variations, and where the brain can actually use all these possibilities when it needs to. So after we have done that, we turn the leg in and out, in and out. After we've done this for a while, we move to the other leg. And you notice that one leg feels very different in the rotation in or in the rotation out. Our puzzle is so different. Like my left leg doesn't really want to turn in. So if I will, for example, if I'll take both of them, my right would turn in way more than my left with. So it's something that I can work with if I choose to. But right now we're just finding out and opening up. Then we're going to turn both of them out and both of them in. And when we turned it in, we hold for a minute to allow the ligaments in the back of the hip to lengthen a little bit. Don't push, just allow it. And then let it all go. Turn it out, then turn it in, And give it a little bit of a lengthening. I don't want to use the word stretch, because stretch sounds like, let's get further, let's get further. Here you're just kind of breathing it into lengthening. So you want to be gentle with yourself. You are meeting your body rather than working your body. But by meeting your body, you're also opening possibilities. And then we start circling. So we circled the foot by circling the heel. And as I'm circling the foot, from circling the heel, I'm already noticing that my pelvis is rotating as well. And if I'm in deep listening, then I would notice that my head and my neck are reflecting that circling. And then we change the direction and we do the other way. And then you start doing the same thing on the other leg. And then the other direction. And ease your pelvis and head are in listening on that side. Can you find it? And after we've done both legs, each leg, now we're going to do both legs at the same time. So I'm going from the outside inside. How is it affecting your lower back? And then you're changing the direction. And then you can also do both legs circling in the same direction, not towards one another or away from one another, and then change the direction. And find if the head is responding this way in a nicer, more harmonious way. Maybe, maybe not. Let it go and rest. So that was connecting the feet, the leg, and the pelvis into the rest of the body, but we focused on the lower body. Then we took our arms up to 60 degrees, if it's okay with you to be at 60 degrees. If not, then you do what you can, maybe just from the elbow down, or maybe even 90. You go with what you have. And we do the same thing. We lengthen one arm, and we bring that line, the V, all the way down to the second vertebra in the lumbar. And we did this several times. And we find if the ribs are moving. Are you breathing in? Are you breathing out? Are you holding your breath? Hopefully you're not. And then we went to the other side. And you can already ask yourself and compare which leg was easier to work with, and which side in the arms is easier to work with. Is it opposite? If it is it the wisdom of the body to go in opposition so you can find verticality and balance? What is going on? Ask the questions. And then when one arm lengthens, the other one shortens. Try not to bend the elbow. Try to work by moving the vertebrae and the ribs and the whole lines of the arm and the forearm. It doesn't have to be big. And then you can connect the arm into the legs and the whole body moves. What happens to your neck? Do you feel a side bend? Are you going towards the arm that's getting shorter? Or are you going towards the arm that's getting longer? And rest. Again, you can do as long as you want. I'm just summarizing the class. I think after that we brought the leg up and we crossed it over and we put the arm, so my right leg is long, my right arm will be over the bent left leg. My left arm is long and I'm going to roll on my ribs and allow the other ribs to roll up. I'm going to roll my head. And I'll come back. So it's like I'm ironing the ribs and I'm rolling them. My eyes, my tongue, everything is rolling towards the floor. And then slowly and gently, I'm gonna roll back to the ground. Let's do it one more time to this side. Make sure that your eyes and then head are rolling together with the whole body. The next time you get to the floor, you bring the leg up and over in the hip joint. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Once you're back into the center, I would bring both legs to bent position where the feet are on the floor and the knees are placing up. And I'm going to roll my pelvis from right to left, leaving the legs vertical and not moving. So I'm not taking my legs with me. I'm going to work with my hip underneath. Working with my hip underneath. I like to do this very much because many of us have no movement in the pelvis, and that affects our walking, our lower back, the ability of the legs to move freely. Okay. You can finish by putting the leg up above the knee, moving the leg open and close, open and close, open, and bring it all the way, both legs. So now my right hip is turning and give it a nice little opening and lengthening here, and breathe a little bit. When you want to come back, you're going to take this pelvis, the right pelvis, and you're going to bring it back. And then we're going to switch legs, and we're going to work with the leg going in and out, moving the hip with it. And then the next time over. And I like to put my hand over for a little bit of a weight. You can even lift your arms so you have an opening of the ribs. Again, for coming back, it's this pelvis that will bring me back. And I'd like to finish with my legs and my arms in the air, closing my eyes, going deep inside into the vagus nerves, and hum as if I feel like as if I am a seaweed underwater. Thanks for watching.